friends, Mindy here. Welcome back to Handmade Now Hallmark. And today I've got this fun, cute little micro scene featuring some adorable images from Hello Bluebird. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. So today I'm creating this fun little micro scene. I've done cards like this in the past where I create kind of like a mini scene, but I've always done it with kind of ink blending and creating the illusion of like the sky and the ground. But this time I really wanted to use this giant mushroom as kind of the background of my card. And I really love the way that this turned out, having it as, a part of the scene, but it's, it's just muted. It helps create the idea of a scene. So I've got a piece of white cardstock here that I used some A2 Stitch Stacks dies from MFT, and I'm going to stamp them down using some Simon Says fog ink to create this nice kind of muted background. I got the idea from a couple of the designers on the Hello Bluebird blog. They've done this with like their big background stamps, and I thought it was really cool. So I thought with this mushroom being as big as it is, it could really help set the scene. So I got that stamped down, and I just think it's super sweet. I love it. It fills up this little area nicely, and it really helps create the scene that I was going for. And there's these little grass pieces that you can add in as well, which I really like. It helps create that ground, so you don't have to, try to imagine it, and then the mushrooms don't look like they're floating at this point once I add the grass in. So I'm going to use this small little tufted piece of grass, and then there's this nice long one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like select stamp. I'm going to just ink up a portion of it. I'm going to kind of cover up the one side that I don't want to stamp, and ink up the side that I do. So I'm just using like this little piece of scrap here and just inking that up, so I don't have to like cut the stamp apart or anything like that. And that turns out awesome. I love the way that this looks. I could really see you doing this with lots of other Hello Bluebird stamps, or even any other kind of stamps that you might have that have like large images with small ones, that you can use those large images to create little scenes like this. So once I have that all done, I'm going to stamp my little images themselves. So all of the images come from the Bloomin Happy stamp set from Hello Bluebird. And I just love these little critters who are all excited for spring, and they're just dancing around and all excited. And I really wanted to use my colored pencils. I haven't used them in such a long time, and it's so relaxing, and I really wanted just to kind of focus and color and just, really take my time. And I did end up getting some new colors for my colored pencils, and I'm super excited to use those. So I plan on using them again here real soon. So I'm gonna get my piece of cardstock in here. Now I am gonna tell you that my idea I was gonna put my cardstock in here, and I like to stamp over top of my colored images to bring out the black stamping after I color with colored pencils, because it does leave kind of like a film over everything. Well, I did all the coloring that you're going to see here, and then I went to put it in here and I stamped it, and I messed it up. I had to recolor everything all over again. So the coloring that you're going to see here was my first attempt at coloring. I did end up coloring the images again in the same exact way, so you guys don't miss out on anything. But I am going to put on some music for you guys to enjoy while I do all of the coloring. So if you want to skip ahead to past all of this, you most certainly can, but I will catch up with you guys at the end of the coloring, and so we can finish up this card together.
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead. Nobody is losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead. And in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find it's over, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. I can't wait no longer. The sun will rise. I'll be gone.
Once all the coloring was finished, I used the coordinating dies to cut out all of those sweet little images. And now I'm getting my card base ready. I've got a piece of, I believe this is ballet slipper from Lawn Fawn, just a really pale pink. I was using a piece of pattern paper that I had, I believe it was from Honeybee, that had these really pretty flowers in it. That's kind of where I got my color combinations from for this card today. And so I wanted to stamp this little mouse on the inside and this lovely greeting that says, wishing you a whole lot of happy on your birthday. So this is a nice fun little birthday card, perfect for the spring and for anybody who just loves flowers and all things cute. So got this all ready to go. Now you definitely could just stamp the little mouse on the inside and leave the greeting out and leave this as more of like an open-ended kind of card. But I really need some more birthday cards. I am almost out of all birthday cards, so I really need to get the ball rolling. So if you see a lot of birthday cards, it's because I need to get some put back in my stash. So now that that's all stamped, I'm going to go ahead and get the card assembled. So I already did a lot of pre-die cutting ahead of time just to kind of save some time. I cut everything out. All of the dies that I did use, I'll make sure that I have them listed and linked in the description. So if you want to use something similar, or if you have the same thing, you can definitely use it. Just using some liquid glue to attach my pattern paper here. And I just love this pretty pattern paper. It is so cute. I don't use pattern paper enough. I don't know why. I have a ton of it. I love getting it and getting ideas from it, like color combinations, or I'm inspired by maybe the pattern, or I know in some pattern papers they give you like little like clips. I'm not sure what you would call them, but yeah, you can definitely do that. And I totally glued that on crooked, so I'm going to quickly peel that off before the glue sets and get it nice and straight. And then we have our little mushroom piece here, which I'm going to adhere nice and flat. The only dimension that's going to be on this card are going to be the critters themselves. I'm going to pop those up with foam adhesive just to give a little bit of dimension to the card. And I do adore how this turns out. Now you definitely could color these with any medium that you choose. I think they would be totally adorable with no line watercoloring as well. Would go with kind of the soft background. But you could use alcohol markers. You don't have to use craft cardstock like I did. I just prefer using craft cardstock to do my colored pencil coloring. And then for the greeting on the front of the card, I thought about doing like a little banner in the same dull pink, but I didn't want to add anything else to the front of the card dimensionally. So I just decided to stamp it down nice and flat with some MFT ink, and that color is Cotton Candy. It's a really nice light pink that looks really well with the colors that I've already got going on. And I just stamped it right there in that empty spot next to that cute little bunny. Stamped it down a couple of times, and it just says, "Hope your day is lovely." So that really goes with the greeting on the inside. It's really coming together. I love the way that this little card turned out. So I'm going to get my little critters attached here. Again, I'm just using some foam squares. You could definitely adhere them flat, you know, if you wanted to make it a little bit more easy to mail, but they are pretty low profile, so we shouldn't have any issues mailing this one out. I did think about adding like some embellishments, but I decided not to. I don't know why. I think I was just happy with the way that it looked. You could definitely add some cute embellishments here and there, which would definitely bring some more fun to the card, but I really like the way it is. The little birdie is one of my favorites. Super sweet. Get the butterfly added on here. Next, I'm going to go in and add some little bit of finishing details. Again, the card is lovely the way that it is. You could leave it alone, but you got to have a little bit of shimmer and shine. So I went ahead and added some glitter with my Aqua shimmer pen. Just to the butterfly's little wings here, a little bit to the birdie, the flowers, and the bunny's cheeks and the inside of his little ears. And I do probably need to get some new water brushes because they are running out. I have put water inside of them to help get kind of like the glitter that has been stuck in there, but they still work just as good. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add some white gel pen details. Again, completely optional. You don't have to do this. I personally love doing this on Hello Bluebird images. I really think it makes them stand out and pop, gives them some fun character, and makes them a little bit more lively. Again, totally optional. I really love doing this with creatures that I would think are fuzzy. So this little bunny gets these little dot details around the edge of the picture. And that will finish up this card for today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video. If you liked it, please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe. It lets YouTube know that you're enjoying all of the content, and so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. I'll catch up with you guys real soon in the next video, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!
On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos at my YouTube channel.